Today we dive into the darkest corners of history to uncover some of the most horrifying punishments ever devised by mankind. The brazen bull. Our journey begins in ancient Greece, where the brazen bull was used. It was an ancient torture device that was giant, hollow, bronze with a door on one side. It was used on various individuals who were considered to be enemies or criminals at the time. The condemned were locked inside the device and a fire was set under it, heating the metal until the person inside was roasted to death. The bull was also designed to amplify their cries, turning them into haunting metallic melodies which some sources say sounded similar to a bull. According to the legend, the bull was reopened after a body was charred and the victim's scorched bones were made into bracelets. The blood eagle. The Vikings, notorious for their brutality, had a punishment known as the blood eagle. They utilized this as a form of punishment due to their belief in Odin, the Norse god of war and wisdom. The method was oftentimes used against captives of war, slaves, and criminals, some even accused of witchcraft or treason. The blood eagle was performed by first cutting deeply into the back near the shoulder blades of the victim. Then the ribs were carefully separated from the spine and pulled apart to create two large holes. Next, the lungs were removed and stretched to fit through these cavities, which resembled the appearance of an eagle's wings in flight. This procedure resulted in a slow, excruciating death due to respiratory failure. They saw it as a way to inflict maximum pain upon those who had displeased them or as a spectacle of vengeance against foes. The scavenger's daughter. The scavenger's daughter was a brutal punishment designed for the sole purpose of inflicting severe distress upon its victims. It was used during the 16th century in England and it served as a punishment for those convicted of especially heinous crimes such as treason or witchcraft. Victims were confined within a compact chamber with their limbs shackled by rigid iron hoops, which tightened progressively, forcing the individual into a contorted and intensely painful position. Despite the absence of mortal injury, the agony frequently persisted until the immobilized prisoner either died of exhaustion or willingly revealed information under stress or pressure. The name Scavenger's Daughter is a reference to death, traditionally seen as a woman who scavenges the lives of her victims. The breaking wheel. The breaking wheel was a form of punishment used primarily within Europe during the medieval times, often reserved for your usual baddies, the murderers, rapists, traitors, and thieves. This punishment involved restraining these folk in a structure made of wooden spokes arranged like a wheel. Then the executioner used heavy wooden or iron clubs to break the bones of the victim. Typically, the fingers, limbs, and toes were targeted first, followed by larger bones like the ribs and spine. This was done to maximize the pain and prolong the suffering of the victim. This punishment was performed not only to punish the bad, but also to instill fear and control the masses, to deter any possible uprisings or opposition to those in charge. Okay, so according to my research, this next one is considered as a legitimate punishment that existed in the past by some, while others will tell you that it was a myth that never existed. But I'll let you guys hash this one out in the comments. The Iron Maiden. The Iron Maiden was you guessed it, another torture device designed to inflict excruciating pain and terror upon its victims. The Iron Maiden is a tall, upright coffin-like box made of iron, where the interior walls were lined with spikes placed in pre-planned places. The victims were placed inside the Iron Maiden and the door was closed, where the victim was impaled slowly as the door was closing, causing incredible amount of pain and severe bleeding, which led to an inevitable death. Honestly, looking at these insane punishments makes me realize how much better today's world really is. Oh shit. Yeah, never mind. Goodbye.